Yeah, hello. Hello, McFly. Are you listening? Thank you for listening. Welcome back, everybody. CTA Show. Today is May 28th, 2020. And boy, is there some stuff to talk about, huh? We did it, everybody. We hit 100,000 confirmed deaths in America due to COVID. A very dubious honor, to say the least. America now has the highest count of confirmed fatalities from COVID. Everybody else is lying about I think everybody else is lying about their numbers. Even in the Soviet Union, it's Russia. Soviet Union's way gone. It's 30 years old. Even in Russia, you know that it's coming back. Also, I got my new pen, so I won't be running out of pen stylings. 100,000 deaths, okay? For all the people that are like, well, those people are going to die. Dude, it's not like that, right? Like, there's one of the Real Housewives of Orange County that just said, there's nobody dying in Orange County. And they said, what do you mean? No, there's definitely been over 100 fatalities in Orange County. And she goes, oh, that's only 133 out of how many million? That's nothing. And I'm like, bitch. There was 133 people dead because a giant lobster was on the loose. You sure as hell would give a shit then, wouldn't you? You monsters on the Real Housewives. Also, we talked the other day how the COVID is not killing the right people. And I would say that the Real Housewives and all their followers, I'll put them in the category. Like, if we could sacrifice them to save everybody else from COVID, we would do it. You would do it. We would all do it. Nobody cares about the Real Housewives. For one, they're not real. For two, they don't live in a house. Three, a lot of them aren't even wives anymore. Like, nothing about that show is real, except for the hate. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and of everywhere, right? Like, there's like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City now. What's that like? Jesus, they cut away to the on-the-fly interview, and she's like, well, I'm the third wife, and it's it's low, but I think everybody's got some dignity, except for Shanice. She's the fourth sister wife, and that bitch is definitely below me. Like, you can see the Salt Lake City Mormon wives. That would be a fun one. I might watch that one. Okay, watch Real Housewives. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Perfect segue into today's topic, which is racism. We're not going to solve it today, okay? We're not going to go over every aspect of it or be able to incorporate, what's literally been hundreds of years of indoctrination. And, there's lots of ways to look at it, right? Like learning about how big Africa really is on a map. Right? Most maps have Greenland and Africa about the same size, but you could fit like 7 Greenlands into Africa. Stuff like that. Okay? Racism in America. What I want to talk about today is the racism in America that is taught in the schools. A lot of songs talk about it. If you're a Rage Against the Machine fan, and you know that I am, middle-aged white dude in a Pink Floyd shirt, definitely love Rage Against the Machine. They said, what is it? The curriculum, I put my fist in them. Eurocentric, every last one of them. That is correct. Eurocentric. The WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, given all the credit for everything. No doubt we did our share and did some good things. But to discount the brown achievements of this world, be it South America, Africa, India, Asia, everywhere around the world, we discount. We're a brand new country, not even 250 years old. You understand? We think we're the best at anything? No, dude, we got lucky that the world needed us and our resources in World War II, and then boom, it came to be. Dude, America was hurting until the gold rush of the 1850s, and we decided, like, bro, if we could just be this big, coast to coast, baby, manifest destiny, then we'll be okay. So, for all the people that say go home, go back to where you came from, where are you going to go from? Where are you going to go to? Where are you going to go from? What the hell? Don't get worked up, Christopher. Calm down. Look, man. What's going on right now in America is Minnesota is deciding to blow up, and they're having their riots. And we even write it off and talk about it like, oh, that's where they're rioting this year. You know, do you know about the Cincinnati riots from a few years ago, or Detroit, or where else? There've been some well, you know about some North Carolina ones. Every few years, the black community blows up because they're tired of being treated like shit. You know how I know that? I asked them. Ask them. Talk to black people you know, man. Don't be that cracker-ass white dude who's so out of touch with black people that you don't understand. Okay? Yes, middle-aged white women get called Karen. That's not like the N-word at all. That's the argument coming out of middle America. If you start calling... Now, what I will say is this. To disparage anybody simply because of race, even if it's white people, man, that's bullshit. Give them a chance to be an asshole first. Don't just trust them because they look like this and you think that guy's definitely a piece of shit. Like, let them prove to you don't hate people because they're whatever race you don't like. Hate them because they're idiots. Hate them for the reasons that are, you know. Alright, Chris, we're getting off pace. Let's stay on pace with the racism discussion for today because I want to stay calm. I want to make sure I get my thoughts out. Because, once again, a middle-aged white guy, are you legitimate? Do you have credibility? Why not? I live in this country too. Everybody got an opinion. Why not just make mine known? Look, there's a lot of good songs, a lot of good... Because that's how people emote. That's how people come up with shit. That's what the Renaissance was reactions to the pain. That's where the great art comes from. You know, Adele, all of Adele's songs are about breakups. Now that she's married with a kid, you didn't hear any songs, but now she broke up and lost a lot of weight. Guaranteed Grammy album within 3 years. What is it, 2020, 2022, 2023? Adele will be winning Grammys again with her painful album. If it's just happy music, dude, people get over it real quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, remember R.E.M.? They did the Shiny Happy People song, but Everybody Hurts was the album. I think that's the album that won the Grammy. So it's all about the pain, baby. You know why? Because we all feel the same pain. Okay? The pain of being an outsider. The pain of not knowing if our safety is paramount to others around us. Okay? Why do people blow up race-wise? Because... Well, let's go back. Let's go back to how it's taught in America. Jesus Christ, Christopher. You're losing your mind. I'm cool. You guys, stay with me here. I won't make this like a long, churchy school session. I just want to get some stuff off my chest. Deltron Z. Deltron the Funky Homo Sapien. One of my favorite rappers of all time. We were just talking about rage. Let's talk about Del. Deltron has a great lyric. He says, that's why nothing amazed me. Look at the past. You might have to go farther than the book in your class. You might have to go farther than the book in your class. That's real. Okay? And that brings me to my next point right here, which is Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott gives lectures about common sense. I'll put it like that. Jane Elliott gives lectures about common sense. People write them off like they're genius, like they are groundbreaking, incredible things. What she says is, if you grew up in America, went to public American schools and did your thing, you were taught racism. You were taught that this was good. You were taught Father Junipero Serra was a good guy. You were taught that the Trail of Tears was necessary for America to become great. Like, you're taught those things when none of that shit is... The pain is real. Okay, look, in my notes down below, if you want some homework, I'm putting the lectures from Jane Elliott. Okay, I'm putting that down there. Because that stuff is important. It's important for white people, I think, to talk to each other about the positive. Because obviously, There's white people out there talking about the negatives all day, every day. I don't understand how this stuff gets going. I mean, how they're still allowed to just operate, you know, like a literal community of hate, vessels of hate, and then they're still getting the write-off. Oh, remember, come on, y'all. The KKK started off in the American Christian Church. I never forget that. Okay, those guys thought, they still think that. They think that they are warriors of the Lord. Okay, and that's why you can't mess with Indiana. We talked about the Hoosiers. You know Hoosiers. You know the Pacers. Best basketball movie in America. Also deals with a little racism there, doesn't it? Look, man, we all got to get along. We're all here together on this planet. We all owe it to the next generation not to be idiots. Okay? I felt that the last generation owed it to me. They didn't live up to it. I feel like our generation owes it to the not living up to it. So now there's a new generation, the kids that are 20, everybody born after the year 2000. They're all going to remember this moment. They're all going to remember 2020 COVID shutdown. Okay? With, you know, of a certain age. But this is their big thing. You know? Bad stuff happens all the time, man. There's no need to exacerbate it by illogically hating somebody because of race. I know that I've come a long way. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about today. I'm worked up, man. Because, you know why? Because people see me and they're like, oh, that dude is, look at that guy. White as fuck. Must be down with racist shit. And it annoys me. It annoys me. Because I don't know how to look to not look like these guys can share their thoughts with me openly. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what I'm saying, then you should definitely watch Eddie Murphy's Adventures as a White Man. Look, all the clues have been laid out for us, dude. All the jokes, Blazing Saddles, okay? All the racist stuff that's like, ha ha, Chappelle Show, you know? Look at how we're the same, but we're different, but we're the same, but we're different. You know? Like, really talking some weird stuff today. Listen, guys, let's just end it there, okay? Thanks, everybody, for listening, and I love you all. There's some homework down there. Jane, Elliott. Listen to these. They're awesome. They're really are. What's funny is they take place in Milwaukee, which is a... Ooh, we talked about Wisconsin. But we don't want to totally shit on Wisconsin, because that's where Gene Wilder is from. So take a minute today. Tell somebody your favorite Gene Wilder story. That's all I got today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.